Hi Dave,
Hi.
I'm Bruno, I'm here from Portugal Gamers. And so I have a few questions for you regarding the new VR system. So the first question is, why did you change the name from Project Morpheus to the VR? Was it because of the the connection with Matrix? You would have Morpheus come up to you.
Actually, I wasn't really part of the name change, to be honest. But I think the reason we called it PlayStation VR is because that's what it is.
Yeah.
So what's that? Oh, it's PlayStation VR. It answers everybody's question. But interestingly, Morpheus is actually the god of dreams. So it comes from mythology. It's not like it's owned by anyone. But yeah, I think it's just as simple as it's just very clear to explain to people what it is.
All right. So the first thing, why did you have this idea to go into VR? Why make an exclusive thing? Why step into this world?
So as a studio, I run Sony's London studio. We've always made different innovative games. We made The Getaway years ago, where we had no loading, no on-screen display. That was very unique at the time. It hadn't happened before. We made iToy Play, the first ever camera games, augmented reality, SingStar, iPet, Wonderbook. We've always innovated. So when we got the chance to work on PlayStation VR, it was like a no-brainer for us. Like, yeah, of course we want to get involved, And we were there, we were with some of the different internal teams that had like Move controllers taped to bicycle helmets and all these kind of things, just to get something working. But the promise of what we might be able to achieve, and I think that we're getting there, was just too good an opportunity to miss. Really.
Do you think it will take much time to get there? How much production do you think will it take to get to a point where virtual reality is it's comfortable for everyone, where you can make games easily for it and everyone can play it easily?
Yeah, to be honest, you can certainly make comfortable games. There's a lot of design things you can do. There are some things that you can do that are more extreme, but if you went on a roller coaster, that's quite extreme. So there's this kind of balancing act. And also, if you look at people playing games now, some people feel sick playing first-person shooters on TVs, right? So those sort of issues actually already exist. There's a lot you can do with design. It just depends on the game that you're making.
Yeah. But do you think it will take how many years to perfect this technique?
Well, we'll never perfect anything. We haven't perfected gaming, traditional gaming. We're always wanting to improve and do new things. But I kind of get your point. The way I look at it is, next year, 2016, is going to be the year of VR, right? And everybody's going to talk about it, and I think it'll be an amazing year. But this is just the beginning. If you look at a console, look at the games at the launch of a console, look at the games 5 years later, right?
Yeah.
It's huge improvements. That's all going to happen in our VR games as well. We learn how to improve the pipeline, how to optimise better, how to create better tools, what things work and what don't, what becomes the grammar of that game. So all those things are going to come into play in the next few years. So I can just, we're going to continue to improve. But that's not to say I'm not going to be incredibly proud of everything we release at launch.
Will you have, mostly exclusive games for VR, or will you, be compatible? For example, first-person shooter, you can play it on your remote control, or do you have to play it with your VR? How will that work?
So I think this is a really interesting point, because, to be honest, you can't take a traditional game and just throw it into VR. You have to remodel it, you have to refactor it. For example, we do a lot with the camera in traditional games. The camera is your head in a video game, it's first person. So, you can't just throw it there. I think there's a great opportunity to have games where people are playing in both. What those will be, I think we'll have to wait and see. It might be... So there's a lot of great experiences in VR that aren't about traversal, for example, whereas actually first-person shooters, it's really about getting from A to B. So I think we have to wait and see. You can have a great game where you're in VR flying a ship, but somebody not in VR is actually the rear gunner, right?
Yeah.
Or they're back at base doing resource management. So, let's leave it to the devs. There's really smart and creative people out there. I think they're going to come up with some pretty cool stuff.
When do you think that the VR will be ready? Do you have an estimate?
Oh, we've said it's coming out in the first half of next year, so I think next year is going to be the year of VR.
Yeah.
I think it will be interesting to see what the uptake is and how quick or slow the uptake is. I'd say I don't know the answer to that. When we come to shows like this, there's a lot of demand to play the demo, so it feels like people really want it. I think it's our responsibility to create some great and compelling content that justify the investment.
All right. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. I love the idea. I need to try it yet. Tomorrow I think we'll go try it, and I hope I have a fantastic experience.
I mean, people do love it. You know, it is amazing to go in there, and so that one of the things we try and do is we make you forget that you're in VR, right?
Yeah.
And that sounds silly in a way, but the best description I can give you is if you play the London Heist, one of the sections you play it in front of a desk, right? So you've got to shoot out. You're holding move controllers. They give you your hands. About half the people put the move controllers on the desk. And it isn't there.
Don't you? But just a final question. Sorry. Do you think there will be some sort of issues with that, or how will you manage it? You know, so that people don't get.
We absolutely have to manage the play space, and we're doing a bunch of different things for that. In fact, we made Wonderbook. I don't know if you remember Wonderbook. It's like an augmented reality book.
Oh,
and we did it. Yeah. And with that, you could move the book out of the play space as well. So we've done quite a lot of these things. We just need to tie them together and make sure we message the player correctly. And you know, there's some things that I think we'll learn. Okay, perhaps we won't do that quite like that because it's better for the player to do it like this. But you know, we are doing all that work, and it will come out. And actually, you know, once you get in there, you do keep yourself safe.
So I think that's all for today, and I hope that you continue to do a great job, and I hope to try it and get to buy it as well.
Okay, yeah.
Can I ask the price again?
I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, cool.
Really
Thank
amazing.
You.